No, I'm busy tonight, actually.
Well, hey, gang. Welcome back to the Jerry Hotpants Club. With me, as always, is Chris.
Hi.
Yusef's back there doing what Yusef does. We don't know what it is he does yet.
Howdy ho.
And ladies and gentlemen, for the first time on our show, we have our guest, and it happens to be Jerry Hotpants himself. Yeah, buddy. Now, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button so you can see us roast the shit out of this guy some more. Welcome, Jerry.
I'm Jeremy. Thanks.
Welcome, Jerry.
Yeah,
Welcome, Jerry.
Thanks for having me, guys. Seriously.
No, thanks for being on, Jerry, and facing that you've been trying to deny this from the get-go.
I must resist.
No, you must just let go.
Wow. You got him now, Pete.
Just let go. This is fucking God's will, Jerry. This is God's will that you're here right now.
Yeah, when you don't fight it, it doesn't hurt.
It's debatable.
It's not debatable. Listen,
It's debatable.
I get asked regularly by people that don't even know you, who is Jerry Hotpants. People come up to you in restaurants who you've never met.
This is true.
Okay, the whole thing behind this was to get Jerry Hotpants trending 6 or 7 months ago, just to fucking piss you off. I think was where this started in my head.
Oh,
okay?
definitely.
And now it's grown into this thing that's kind of like you're like a pop culture icon. You are. Have some fucking acceptance of it.
I don't think we're there yet.
We're growing.
We're there.
We're growing.
We're growing. Yeah. I mean, look, we have a fucking podcast that's named after you, for fuck's sake. All right? There's
merch.
There's merch.
Why is there merch?
Because we want to make money off of you.
Oh.
The whole point of this is so that we don't have to punch time clocks anymore, just our clowns.
Make money off my likeness, right?
Your face is going to be on people's dicks.
Hey. Actually, Pete has sent that meme around if you haven't got it.
That's where we got the idea from.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
We got the Jerry's, which are basically Daisy Dukes for men. And then we got the
Why are they for men?
What the How come nobody told me about that?
Because
we tell you about these
what
things.
kind of girl is going to want to wear Jerry's? Dudes love Jerry's.
Bullshit.
And then when
There's women. Listen, there are women who will wear Jerry's. If you get somebody like 8 Boy over here, if you get him to say, "Hey, girl, check out these Jerry's real quick," they'll put them on, they'll model them.
Damn, I guess that's not how I see it on my brain.
How did you see it?
Yeah.
I'm like, hey man,
No, don't ask him that
there were
question.
some
I don't want to
really
see
nice
what's going on.
Jerry's.
Why are you guys seeing it in your brain to begin with?
I don't know, but your face is going to be on a lot of dicks. All the dicks.
Grandma,
Goddamn, look at dude's dick. He got a good Jerry on him.
No, the plan
The
is
Jerry-
short shorts that say Jerry on the back, on the butt, and then people are like, damn, she looks good in her Jerry's. Like those ones that used to say juicy, or the ones that are the new Hooters shorts.
Damn, that
Speaking
boy
of-
sure got a
Thank
Jerry
God
in his
Hooters got
pants.
new shorts. Those shorts that Hooters used to have were some bullshit. The new ones are, thank God, they're better. Hooters got burgers and wings. That's all they got now, though.
They're good wings, though.
Hooters is garbage food.
Stop.
Hooters is garbage food.
Stop.
Hooters is garbage food. So is fucking blue cheese.
Don't even.
there we
dude.
go.
Don't even.
Blue cheese.
Blue cheese
Hooter, you have the
was
taste
made
buds.
in heaven by God himself. Sent to us.
Blue cheese was made by people who were strung out on fucking crack and were digging shit out of dumpsters to eat to suffice. And they found this thing they could put on moldy crackers and sell it to people, and dipshits bought it, and that's how they got out of the fucking crack house. That's where blue cheese comes from.
I think they'd have a hard time mass reproducing that, but maybe not.
I like a sharper blue cheese, not real milky. I like a sharper one.
Oh, you're one of them too.
I mean, I never really got down with blue cheese until I did keto some years ago. And then when I started doing keto, you need blue cheese on keto.
Keto is
No
some
carbs,
sort of
man.
diet, right?
Lots of fat.
Yes.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
About diet or
Yes.
fat?
Diet.
We could do a podcast about diet. Jeremy knows about diet.
Yes, he does. Jerry used to be... What was the heaviest you weighed in, if you don't mind sharing?
No, that's fine. In May of 2020, I weighed in at exactly 500 pounds.
Shit.
Hell yeah, look at him looking like a
500.
goddamn snack now, boy.
Yeah, well,
And 300 pounds of it was dick.
hey,
How tall are you?
6'6".
6'6",
Six,
goddamn.
500 pounds.
So how big is your dick?
Well, you know, I don't know. It's
Why the fuck are you fumbling around, bro?
dude. I don't know how to
Just-
answer that question. Like, I think we should
Those
ask the
some
wife.
big
or
ass
something.
hooves, man. You got some big ass
we-
feet.
can
Well, if this gives it, well, maybe that's
Wait a minute.
I
Can
don't
we-
know. I don't know.
Does big
What-
feet
what's
just
the-
mean more expensive shoes?
Yeah,
iPhone 12.
Well,
What size are your shoes?
depending on the brand, like 15.
How big are Shaquille O'Neal's shoes?
Like 22 or
22s?
Yeah,
something.
ridiculous.
All right, never
he's
mind. But
catching up.
still, that's outrageous.
Yeah. So anyway, today
Your
I
poor
weighed in
mother.
at 265. I want to tell you guys that because I'm proud of that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, good job, man. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
Get the
That's a
applause
big
button
deal.
again.
Yeah, it is a big deal.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big deal. Thank
Hell
you.
yeah.
Thank you.
All right, everybody in the back, sit down, chill out.
Yeah.
So, I wanted to ask you, Jeremy. I and this is honestly, I don't think I've ever really asked it in this way. But how much does this shit all drive you nuts?
How much does it drive me nuts?
The whole Jerry Hotpants thing.
Oh, it depends on the kind of day I'm having. To be honest with you,
So,
It's all day, every day, though.
dude, my life is a roast.
Because of the internet,
I
it's
yes.
constant.
Yeah, it
24-hour news cycle, 24-hour Jerry cycle.
Yeah. Welcome to my life.
okay, but you do know that it's all out of fun, right?
Of course I do.
And
course I
that no malintent is, or we're not trying to hurt your feelings. We're not coming at you with malice here.
No, I'm aware.
Putting his face on 80s rock bands, 80s hair bands, bodies is definitely all in good fun. I don't think
Van
there's any-
Halen in specific.
Putting his face on
I hate
everything.
Van Halen.
Yeah,
I'm
that
not a
was-
Van Halen fan.
Well, go ahead and jump.
No. Terrible song. Although Eddie Van Halen could play. He could play. You can't
Yeah.
deny that. Yeah.
Yeah, God bless him.
Phenomenal. Yep.
He was a real asshole.
Yeah.
So was Glenn Fry.
You have brought Glenn Fry up many times over the years. Many times.
Glenn Fry is a piece of shit.
Didn't he straight up diss you in person one time?
Not me. I don't. So, someone in my family got dissed by him really badly. And
That's okay. Keep
yeah,
going. Keep
yeah.
going.
Anyway, so he got dissed really bad. He was just an asshole for absolutely no reason. And my point in bringing that up is that he's dead, and I'm not too sad about that. The end.
Gotcha.
So, you're okay with the amount of roasting that goes on.
I think my acceptance level is good.
What about how it spread from just Pete's sick, twisted mind to like normal, ordinary people laughing about, I mean, like good, ordinary, normal, productive members of society.
I knew I was in trouble with this whole thing when a woman walked up to me in Applebee's and tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Are you Jerry Hotpants?" And then she said, "Can I please have a picture and an autograph?" At that point, I knew. What choice do I have at this point, you know?
You don't have a choice. in
No,
that.
no. God granted
You
me the
t-
acceptance.
You told Eric, little Eric, titties Eric, that if I got a tattoo, that you would just let me have free reign with this whole thing.
No.
Not knowing that the very next day I was getting. Yes, you did.
Well,
Yes, you did.
Hey, look, man. Why do you think I accept it the way I do? That's dedication. Stupid.
That's dedication, but
dedication.
Yeah, look, all of us collectively have invested time, effort, and money into this, right?
I haven't seen none of that money. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well, nobody ever. See, that's why it's Jerry Hot Pants.
Okay.
And
If
no,
we,
we're not
if we
going
ever
to
do
put
see
his.
money, I'll say thank you. And a pat on the back. I mean, I'm not a dickhead.
We'll take him to Sizzler.
Sizzler?
Where's Sizzler around?
That.
What is
I-
a sizzler?
We going to Sizzler.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've seen that in a movie, though.
Nutty Professor.
Is that what it is?
I think it was, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Wasn't it?
I think so.
Hi, David.
David.
Got David in the house.
Look at that chin.
Square
That
jaw
jawline
motherfucker.
is beautiful.
David is another sexy hunk of a man that nobody.
Yes, he
Nobody
really
needs
is.
to see.
If you follow Facebook, you've seen his face before.
This would be the perfect time that we make a meme of him, and then we'll put it on the screen later.
Okay.
So I'll make one and send it your way. It'll be fucking inappropriate as shit.
Make it the thumbnail.
Ooh.
No, Jeremy's here. Or
Yeah,
Jerry.
Jerry's got Jerry. Who's Jeremy?
I don't know.
Who's Jeremy? So,
Dicks.
how would you say it was that you and I came to even meet in the first place, Jeremy? Jerry.
How did we come to... Well, I should say this. The first time... Well, the first handful of times I met Pete here, I thought to myself, oh, my God. There's no way that I would ever like this human being, and let alone associate with him. So, but how we met was definitely recovery.
Recovery.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
So you'd say you're an addict?
Without a doubt. Without a question.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
So you abstained from substances for a little over 8 years, is my...
It'll be 9 years in August. Correct.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
So, through the process over the last, let's say, 9 years,
Mm-hmm.
you know, in some of these things together, we've experienced, you know, heartbreak, loss, disappointment,
Laughed
frustration.
together, cried together.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Would you say that people in recovery have a stronger bond with one another than just like your drinking buddies or you know, your
Yes.
fucking weed smoking buddies?
Yeah. The reason I say that is because people that we hang out in with that setting, more often than not, I was trying to get something from them or they were trying to get something from me.
Right.
In recovery, it's just genuine human beings trying to survive and trying to live and really just want me to be me, and I expect them just to be themselves. I think that's the biggest difference for me anyway.
No,
One of many, you know, but yeah.
So the last few years, and yeah, when I met you, I'm like, fuck this guy and his really bad haircut. Because it was bad.
Was it that bad?
It was bad.
Really?
We call haircuts like that failed attempts.
Hey, it was pretty bad.
It was.
bad. Yeah.
So I was proud to see you just embrace your inner George and just let it go. But what I'm getting at,
I love you, George,
is that I couldn't stand you because I thought you were sanctimonious and pious, and were just, you know, repeating shit other people heard, that it wasn't, you know,
Yep.
you weren't genuine about the way you approached recovery. And then,
Gotcha.
you know, being less of an arrogant prick, I realized that wasn't the case. And I'm glad through the course of the last few years that, you know, we've become as close as we are, that you're, you know, a mentor to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I absolutely do love and adore you.
I love you too, man.
But I've got you here, and I'm going to expose you
Hey,
for the fucking asshole that you are.
there it is.
You come into the world and on Facebook and when we're in social settings and he just fucking roasts me all the time. But you put more dicks on more pictures of me than anyone in this room, with the exception of maybe Horny Toad over here.
Yeah.
Right? And I get them from every one of our friends. Say, hey, send this to Pete. So I get 90 pictures of me with a dick growing out on my forehead, all before 7 o'clock in the morning or
All
8
funny,
o'clock.
too. All funny, all hilarious. Pete, part of being friends with Pete is if you have to do that with you. By the way,
Dick jokes.
you have to, because otherwise you'll just run roughshod over somebody, completely steamroll them, dude. You got to give it
I
back.
have never steamrolled anybody.
dude.
I want evidence of that. Nobody in this room can produce that. Can you?
David, do you suck dick?
What? David wakes up every day and tells you to die via text every day.
Yeah. Most messages are, hey, you know, just so you know, hope you're doing okay. Hope you fucking die terribly today.
David is making progress, though. He did tell me not too long ago that he did not pray for Pete to die for a week straight.
That okay? You
That
can
is
tell that's like
astonishing.
2 fucking years ago now.
No, he said it a few times. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right.
I was going to get to that.
Can we
It's-
mic him? Do we? No, we can't mic him, can we?
Share Yusuf. I only got.
I mean, sharing is caring, bro. If we can share a hole, we can share a mic. Come on, bud. Sit on my lap.
Who was the hoe? Was it Kent?
Yo, man, Pete Soha's a bitch.
That's all he ever says, too.
Oh fuck!
God damn.
I'm glad I got out of bed and came down here for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't David tell you to die in a sympathy card once?
No, it was right when my mom passed away. It's the first thing I saw when I opened the card.
He put it right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
In
and
big
all
letters.
these huge, like, beautiful condolences from everybody, and it just says, I hate you. This mom just died.
Yeah. It was
like
literally
4
this-
days
yeah.
before this. Yeah.
Yeah.
What a fucking... Yeah, honestly, like, they handed me the card in the kitchen because we were at a dance, and I'd been working the dance all day to get my mind off of things. And Satterballs walked up, and he handed me the card, and I started crying immediately. And he, instead of hanging around to clean up, because back then I actually used to hang out the whole time and clean up afterwards.
Yeah.
There was a time where I did that.
Chasing girls?
No,
Oh,
no,
that's
not no.
That's what I stay for.
Yeah, we know. We're absolutely aware of that.
Yep.
I love your picker. It's the most confused, stupid picker in the entirety of Bay City. But anyway,
What do you say to girls, Chris?
pretty much, right?
Compliment their shoes and ask them a question.
That's the dumbest fucking shit I ever heard.
Yeah.
You got it.
Oh, please, fucking Dr. Romance. How do you wow the women? I need to hear this.
Do you want me to tell you how I wow women?
Yes,
French fries.
Yes.
Okay, now hold on. I'll tell you.
French fries and a frosty.
This is how you do it. You got to compliment her and then disrespect her in the same breath. You're like, God,
Every woman viewer we had just turned off.
bro, I'm just saying, like, yeah, nice shoes, but goddamn, that face is fucked up. Or goddamn, those teeth are jagged, or what the fuck?
That works.
Like, whoever fucks you is blind.
Bro,
What?
that does not,
That does not work.
What do you
And anyone at home, do not follow that advice.
I'm just saying,
If you believe in dolphin rape caves, then yes, try that. But if you follow that advice in real life and get slapped in the face or get called, get the
I've
police call
only
on you
been
for
slapped once.
He ducks quick. Tyson, like,
because, bro, seeing you walk across the street, you look crazy. You just
What?
Yeah, you're fucking nuts. If I didn't know you and I rolled through where you work and you came up and I was like, oh God, no, just keep it. Keep the money. I'm out of here. I can't do it.
You guys are just being silly nillies
see him
now.
coming, you go to the other side of the street.
Yeah, well, the other side of the state.
Everything's a numbers game, man. You just play a numbers game. You just say what
I
you
would
want to
love
say, and
to
you're going to get your dick sucked eventually.
I would love to say that I agree with you, but I don't, being that I'm the elder statesman in the room. That shit doesn't
So
work.
if you tell somebody to suck your dick, 20 people, you tell them 20 people to suck your dick. Isn't one of them going to do it?
Yeah, I'm sure.
So you can say
But in
whatever
my
the
instance,
fuck you want
it would
to.
be the dude rooting through fucking 7-Eleven's dumpster. So
A mouth is a mouth.
Okay, so Jerry.
You've been married for a long time, Jeremy. What works?
Yeah.
How'd you pick her up?
I honestly got lucky. Really. So
Bro, you guys seem super happy.
we are super happy. My wife is wonderful.
That's
She
why
really
anytime I
is.
see
She
pictures
should
of you
be-
guys, I right away have to click off and say, fuck these guys.
Because you're twice
Don't
her
even
size
like
and got
it.
them big ass feet. That's
Yeah.
why she.
Yeah, my wife says she's 5'1.5". She's not 5'1.5". She's barely over 5 foot. Yeah, she's tiny.
What, dude? You're gonna get.
How'd you get? What was your?
How did
pickup
you
line?
even see
You had a
her?
Pickup line.
We met in school. So she was she's a year older than me. So I was a freshman, and
Okay.
she was a sophomore. Her family had moved to Sebring from Sandusky, and she was kind of the new kid in town.
Story as old as time, yeah.
Yeah, and so we, I tried flirt. I was very flirtatious with her. She, we became friends, and I don't know. We just kind of parted ways when she graduated. Kind of lost sight of each other, and then I came home from college, and we ran into each other, and it's where it's at today.
It was on.
Yeah,
It was on. He said, look at the shitter on that critter.
I like Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Okay.
She is one of the sweetest women on the face of the planet. Just so
She absolutely
nice.
is, yeah.
She should be, canonized for sainthood. She
I
should
agree.
be in the running
I agree.
for putting up with your fucking dumpling ass. Like,
Also
my,
agree.
my question would be, the path of recovery is not an easy one.
Sure.
A lot of times it's suggested that you don't muddy about in relationships because you got to work on the relationship with self, right?
Yep.
How difficult was it for you maintaining a marriage, that produced children, while also working on yourself.
So difficult. And I've had multiple people have said to me, well, Jeremy, you were married when you got here. You don't know what it's like to be alone. In which could be true. But if anybody thinks getting clean in the middle of a marriage is a cakewalk, then you're dead
Very
wrong.
naive.
Yeah, very naive, for sure. So we got to remember, like, I've been clean for going on 9 years, and we've been married for 16.
Wow.
So she's seen
The worst.
the
of the worst.
absolute worst.
Oh, man, you're blessed.
So blessed.
Well, God is good.
So blessed. And I didn't give her reasons to stay. You know how we are and what we do.
Yeah. The
So-
promises, the
He just kept putting on his Jerry's in front of him.
Yeah, sliding.
You know what it's like,
Silky
don't
Jerry's.
leave me this time. I
Yeah,
won't
yeah.
do it again. The same things we always say.
I fought really hard. Well, not fought hard, but I lied a lot to try to stay in a marriage that wasn't meant to be. And, I'm filled with regret because I look back and go, I wasted that poor woman's time. And so then I start doing that thing where I go, if only, maybe it would have been different. And, do you ever come to a point where you think back on a particular point in the marriage during your addiction where it was really tough and you go, fuck, I wish I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, man. In early recovery all the time.
But now you don't.
No, I worked through that. Absolutely did.
So you found a way. You found a way to move on from the wreckage of your past.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think that's essential for all of us. We can stop getting high. We can stop drinking. But if that's all that we do, then we're going to end up right back there eventually.
Eventually.
And that's neither here nor there. That's a debatable topic for certain people. For me, it's not, and I don't think it is for you either.
No.
So Chris had a couple of questions he wanted to bring at you. I don't know. He might be checking his portfolio right now or seeing who subscribed to his premium Snapchat.
Crypto.
You got your? We got to put up a thing for his premium Snapchat. It's just going to be a unicorn, but instead of a horn, it's going to be a dick.
I don't condone that.
Okay, then boom.
And my OnlyFans.
No, I'm just playing. I don't give a fuck. They can look at his butthole. I'm not an asshole, buddy. You got an asshole, man. We all got assholes. Let's show them to the world.
Okay, so what do you got for him?
Oh, you want to get into some kind of serious topics?
Well, recovery and addiction are not serious topics.
Oh, I thought but things like we're going off in a whole another direction right now.
I mean, we could.
Okay. All right.
You guys like sports, right? And Yusuf and I are not sports guys.
Not at
And
all.
I was so pissy yesterday because you wanted to talk about Michigan football, and the two of you can fucking 69 about Michigan football all that you want. I think that you guys are
They were good last year.
I can't disagree with that statement, but
Pete, me and Chris and a group of fellow friends went to a Michigan game last year and sat in the very front row. That's a bucket list item for me. David was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. In the front row at the big house.
that's like being front row at a fucking Britney Spears concert.
Hey, bro, I love Britney Spears.
I know that you do.
That was my first poster, in all honesty. I think I jacked it the first time to her back when Hot Air used to only shoot out. It was just like, yeah, just like that.
Yeah. My first poster was Pamela Anderson.
Oh, you lucky dog, you.
Yeah.
Mine was Kathy Ireland.
Who the fuck is that?
And Betty White. Pete's old.
Shit sounds like it's got dust on it.
I am 2 years older than you.
I thought you were 3.
You were born in 83, right?
I was born in 83.
Okay.
You look like the warranty's overdue on you.
Either paper bag face. So, we were going to talk about paying college athletes
We can talk about that. I'd rather talk about Michigan football. We'll talk about paying college athletes.
What do you want to say about Michigan football, Chris?
They were good last year. They haven't been good in like 15 years. They haven't been good since Lloyd Carr left.
Yeah.
Oh, so
I agree.
you got a hiccup.
That was more than a hiccup.
Oh, wow.
And that's how
It was a
many
miracle,
years under
huh?
Harbaugh did they suck? Your fucking savior? How many years under Jim Hardblow?
Is
did
Harbaugh
they
the
suck?
coach?
Yes.
Okay. That's a nice name, though.
I think if you look at any college
Hardballs.
program, like, for instance, Michigan State perennially is not a great – it's not a football school, right?
No, they're not.
But they had a great decade. There was a
They did.
10-year stretch where Michigan State football was really good.
They had
Under
2 years where they
D'Antonio.
finished number 3 before the
Absolutely.
Yeah.
before the playoffs started.
See, Michigan is kind of the reverse of that, perennially. And I know you guys always give us shit because Michigan fans go by what they did 100 years ago, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you
blah.
do.
Okay.
Living in the past.
But, I think every college program goes through, if you look back at
Hiccups. Like
Alabama,
he said,
Alabama
hiccups.
had a low spot, and Ohio State's had
Fucking
bad
Alabama.
times. Michigan's had bad times. I think it's it's just kind of the way it goes.
Well, they won the Big Ten championship game for the first time since there's been a
Playoff.
playoff.
well, yeah. So since they broke the Big Ten in half, and
Right.
so with them being the winningest program in college football history, and this being their first Big Ten championship, there should be many, 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 many more for the next 100 years. Like, they should win tons of games, but they gotta.
For the next 100 years.
Yeah.
You have a crystal fucking ball.
Yeah, well,
Explain to me your mathematical equation as to why for the next 100 years they should have a winning program.
because they're the most winningest team in college football history. So they should continue that streak because they can get the players, because they're the most winningest team in college football history, and they have the largest alumni.
Say
base.
winningest 5 times in a row.
Winningest.
So they've had that
Winningest.
mindset. They've been the winningest
Winningest.
college football team in history for the last 15 years, and they've sucked for the last 15 years.
Can
From
I
Brady
tell you
Joke to fucking
What did you say about Tom Brady?
Brady Hoke, Brady Joke.
Oh, I thought you said Tom Brady. It's like
Tom Brady can
blasphemy.
suck a fart from my butthole.
That's just
Anyway,
not right. Goat.
Coming back.
But can I tell you what the worst thing for Michigan football was that set us back?
I know the
way
name,
it
but
did?
that's it.
What?
Okay.
he sucks this.
Yeah.
So when Lloyd Carr retired, and they went to go replace Lloyd Carr, at that time there was a new kind of offense. The spread offense became a big thing at that time. So Michigan went out and they poached Rich Rodriguez from
That fucking turd.
West Virginia. I think it was it West Virginia? I
Somewhere.
think it was West Virginia. And anyway, Michigan had played the same style football
teams.
for 100 years, literally.
Okay.
Run the football and great defense. That was the game plan. So we hire Rich Rod, and he brings in this spread system that's never been used at Michigan before. So what happens is you've got his first year in Ann Arbor, you've got a whole team of Lloyd Carr guys that are not spread guys, at least on the offensive side.
No, you want
Okay.
smaller, quicker linemen
So
for the spread, and that's not.
it's not what they had. Okay, so not only did they have that, they had 4 years worth of players from Lloyd Carr. When Rich Rod came in, he started bringing in guys to run the spread system. So you had another 4 years of bringing in, he wasn't coaching his own guys, and he didn't make it this long, by the way. But 3 years or 4 years of not, of bringing in his own recruits. And between that whole time frame, it set us back 10 years.
I have some other thoughts on what happened.
Of course, you always do.
Well,
Let's hear
they
it.
have a certain. They won't take you on the football team if you have a 2.5 GPA.
This is true, by
Yeah,
the way.
like Michigan State will. Michigan State gets guys from I-75, Flint, Saginaw, Detroit. They don't care if you like school. They'll take you if you can play football, and they'll give you some bullshit classes. Yeah. But they'll put killers on the line. You know what I mean? They'll put killers. So will all these other teams. Michigan just won't. You got to be like valedictorian 4.0 and have like volunteer community service to play on Michigan's football team. I want guys that have involuntary community service and like have a 2.0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want killers on, and their line is soft. Their line's been soft for years. They don't. When you play on the line, you have to put your head down and run into somebody every play over and over. And those corn-fed white boys on that team look like they're just happy to be there. Their offensive line always just looked, and their defensive line didn't come after. Last year they did.
They've been shell-shocked for 10 years.
They all looked like they were just happy to be there. Like they made it because they were playing for Michigan. They weren't killers. They weren't tough. That's what it looked like to me. They looked soft.
Okay, so
and they can't get receivers. Who's the last great receiver they had? Braylon Edwards was the last like
Braylon Edwards, Mario Manningham.
Yeah, Manningham. But yeah, like big huge names that made it into the NFL for a long period.
And Chris is on to something too. Michigan and Notre Dame are extremely hard to play. Because of the grades, the eligibility requirements, and the other thing with college football right now is it's basically free agency because they got rid of the rule where if you transfer you got to sit out a year. Yeah. So that is gone. And one thing Michigan State has done really good at is hit up, since Mel Tucker got in there and they just started this thing, is hit up the transfer portal. Yep. He's bringing in kids that, like kind of what Chris said, can't play at bigger schools for a couple different reasons, grades mostly, and he's bringing them in and he's developing them and he's taking advantage of that, and I give him props for that.
Well, it kind of brings me to a question that I wanted to. We were sitting outside last night, kind of talking about what we were going to discuss today, and jokingly we brought up the argument of LeBron versus Jordan. Right?
There's no argument, by the way.
Yeah, no, there's none. There's none. If you're 12, there might be, but you wouldn't understand it. So shut the fuck up and sit down. However, I look at what the league, what the NBA was 20 years ago when Jordan was in the league, when Lambeer was in the league, when Barkley was in the league, right? Mm-hmm. And they'd fucking throw elbows in your face. And you're running up and down the court with a bloody fucking nose, okay? When Rodman fought for every single rebound, like if he didn't get it, a bomb was going to explode, right? Mm-hmm. It was a physical contact sport. It wasn't, like hockey or anything like that, but still they were throwing blows, and these motherfuckers would flip each other off and talk shit the whole game. Now, in the league especially, like, they're all pussies. It is a watered-down league, so anybody with big number statistics has them because everything is so fucking pussified. And my question would be, I guess, has the same thing kind of happened in college sports? Because I've got a blackout period here of about 7 or 8 years, about 2 before I got clean, to where I'm not that interested in sports. And one, because too many politics are involved in it nowadays. 2, because whenever I turn on a basketball game, I just think pussies. And 3, I'm not saying that I could do their job better, so I don't want to hear that comment like, well, you judge your fat ass out there and play center, fat boy. But I see how wide your eyes got.
I don't have any jokes for you right now. You can just roast yourself.
I mean, you look like you could play some dodgeball, but not no basketball.
How's he going to?
That's the only sport I ever played. It's the only sport I ever played was basketball.
Really?
Yep.
Isn't that hard to believe?
Got a mean post game.
I will step on your toes.
Okay, that makes sense.
Why are you here, by the way? I want to know who encouraged you to come over. Of course he did. Let's have somebody over. We can't mic him. He's akin to a fucking caveman. Anyway, so my question is, what a bunch of cocks. So, do you think that maybe something like this has happened in football in general, college sports?
Yeah, you can't touch the quarterbacks anymore. You can't hit them below the knee or above the shoulder. You got to hit them like in the crotch or in the stomach, and even you can't hit receivers coming across the middle. Like, but you can't even have a clean hit on a receiver coming across the middle. If it's too hard, they'll throw a flag. It's crazy.
Okay, so do you think that this has contributed to the way that the game itself is played?
Oh, for sure.
And it gives advantages to people who normally wouldn't have them.
Yeah, you can be smaller. You can be smaller and lighter now, rather than bigger and stronger. You can be smaller and lighter and play in the league where you would normally get blown up. They'd hit you. Because everybody, like Tyson, everybody's got a game plan until they get punched in the mouth. You know what I'm saying? But you just can't destroy people. And quarterbacks they get hit, like 16 times a game. They don't take hard hits 16 times a game, but they get, and they got to run around and stuff. But that's why they wear the flak jacket and stuff. But you got to protect your in pros like your $100 million guy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your $100 million guy taking shots to the head. I mean, I get it, but
Do you realize what they've done to NBA basketball? Have you watched NBA basketball lately?
Somebody turned me on to the Nets, the Brooklyn Nets, right? Mm-hmm. My first year clean, my buddy was like, they're going to be up and coming. You need to watch these guys. I watched 2 games on TNT 2 night, on like a Thursday and a Saturday or whatever. I said, this is not basketball as I remember it. It's not.
The game is played from the three-point line to the three-point line. Long gone are the days of driving in the paint and Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn elbowing you in the face.
Yeah.
And essentially what it's done to the game is just there's no post game anymore. You got very few players. Ben Wallace was one of the last guys that would bang around down there, really. And that's what I mean. DeAndre Ayton for the Suns is kind of a big guy. There's a few of them out there, but for the majority of NBA games, it's three-point line to three-point line. Their best players in the game today are three-point shooters, mostly. Like Luka Doncic. Anybody watch the Mavs in the...
Okay, so and the accuracy at the three-point line, how well does that translate into them playing defense? It really doesn't, does it?
There's no defense anymore.
There's there's none, and whenever somebody is doing their best to play defense, then all of a sudden LaFlop's on the ground fucking crying.
You know what's so great about the Pistons? Was it 03-04 the last time?
04 they won it.
Yeah. Such a great defensive team. You guys remember Ben Wallace and Rasheed Wallace down low and Chauncey Billups and Tayshaun Prince?
It reminded you of the Bad Boys. It was like kind of like
yeah.
It was like blue collar. Everybody works.
Them teams are gone. They're gone
right now. I
think that was the last time I ever watched basketball. Was like 06.
You watch the Warriors, they work. Like, they're all out there working. It's just different. It's not as physical. It's just not. It's more finesse.
You can't even touch your, but you can't even hand check anymore.
No, hand checking is very illegal.
Okay, so then my next question would be, is it just that we are like, remember when we were kids, right? And we would put on music and our parents would shrug and be like, what is this garbage, right?
Yeah.
And now we're doing the same thing. We hear newer music coming up and we go, what the fuck? Or, is it just that we're older now and the league is not what we thought it was? It's changed. Just, much to like African-American players coming into the league, right? That was a change for some people. New teams, expansion teams coming into the league. That was change for people. The game changes, the game adapts. Is it just that we're harshly critiquing it because the era with which we grew up with is over? The era of music we grew up with is over. The era of television, the era of going outside and not having a fucking phone glued to your palm. That's all gone. All these things are gone. So is it that it's worse and not interesting, or we're just not used to it?
I can enjoy watching a basketball. I mean, the playoffs right now, these 2 series coming up are going to be good. I mean, they're going to be great.
You seem like you like to watch paint dry, though.
I got to agree with him. You get excited about, you look
like you comb grass and watch it grow.
I just think you look like you're always sleeping, dude.
Yeah.
No, he's got this perfect hand gesture, and he did it when he was talking to his neighbor earlier, where he goes like this. He does this thing where he's... Yeah,
he does do that.
And it's, if you are not getting what he's saying, he'll keep doing it until, and then you either get it or you don't. And he doesn't give a fuck if you don't get what he says. He's just going to keep going.
What the fuck were we talking about? Basketball.
Yeah, basketball.
So these series are going to be good, man. I'm telling you.
Yep.
They are.
They're going to be good.
And I'm going to watch them, by the way. It's just to somebody in my generation, and I think Pete brings up a valid point. Maybe the younger generation coming up behind us don't think the same way we do. But,
no, they don't.
Well, I know guys.
They see the technical accuracy of the game, and they're impressed by that because it's a more.
Well, you see the kids shooting threes. It used to be like people in their driveway, 10 seconds left, down by 1. They're like going. And now it's like for 3, you know what I mean? Like there's just you see people going to the gym, they're warming up shooting threes. They're warming up shooting from half court. But it's the same. I mean, everything changes. Like UFC taking over boxing. Like, I know old guys who are like, they don't get UFC. Like, they don't get what's happening on the ground. Like, they don't get it. In
Yeah,
boxing,
it's just a bunch of dudes hugging each other.
no, they don't get how
Shut up.
you're taking control. They don't get how their side control full mount, and then how you're posturing up and raining down blows. Like try to throw a punch, try to knock someone out on your back while you're laying on your back. Try to throw a punch. Now get over someone on both your knees and try to throw a punch. Like you have a
hold
lot
on.
more leverage. That's
If
what they're
we
trying
put-
to do on the ground. Is they're trying to get leverage so they can throw punches and knock you out. It's the same thing as standing up. But you can't get any leverage from your back. But you can get leverage
His
when you're on
wife
your
is
knees.
calling. Can we get her on speaker and put her up to the
No,
microphone?
I gotta have an aux cord, and I don't have.
No,
one.
we can put her up to the.
Honey, are you there?
Yeah.
Hi, Priscilla.
Hi.
This is going out live to China right now.
Okay.
That's Pete, by the way, honey. That's Pete.
Hi.
She likes Pete, by the way. I don't know
Oh,
why.
that's
I don't know
cool.
why, but she does.
Priscilla, how big is Jeremy's dick?
Hey, right to it. Right to it.
I don't think she heard that. Did she hear that?
No, she can't hear it.
Oh my God, she can't.
No,
Oh,
she
never
can't.
mind.
Stop. She'll hear it when it airs.
Yeah. All right.
Yusuf asked you a question about my manhood.
It's all right.
Oh, I didn't hear.
He wants to know how big Jerry's tallywhacker is.
I didn't say tallywhacker. I said his dick.
Let her answer. Will you shut the fuck up over there? We have talked about this every time. You need to learn how to shut the fuck up.
Hope you can.
We got an over under on 8 inches.
Yeah.
Go ahead, honey. Take it.
What's that?
Oh,
You got to answer the question.
Never mind.
Like,
Hey,
how would you
Priscilla,
compare
it's
it to like a mouth
Stop. Stop.
of Oreos?
Okay, so we're going to make sure that Yusuf takes his meds before the next episode. Priscilla, you don't have to answer any of these questions. Jeremy's going to find a way to gracefully let you go so we can continue roasting him.
All right. Love you, honey.
I love you.
All right. I'll be home after this debacle.
Okay.
That's
All
about
right,
what
love
it
you,
is, too. Debacle.
how many dick jokes have there been this episode?
Bless her heart, bro. What a delight, man.
Can you
How
guys do
blessed can
something
you be?
besides
My
dick
wife is
jokes?
great. She really is, and
There's
beautiful too.
There's been a multitude
everything.
of dick jokes this episode. And we don't, you know what? There were no dick jokes until Jerry got here.
Jeremy without his hat on kind of looks like a dick.
I hate you.
If you had a turtleneck on, you would look.
What was that? What? David?
Me and Jerry, I can tell you how big
What?
You can tell. Come here for a minute. Come here for a minute. Get on camera. Come here.
Go on, get on
Come
camera.
here. Come here. Tell the folks at home how big Jerry's dick is.
It's got 2 inches of hot dick.
Damn it, David.
David, you want to be on? David, come take my spot. Yeah, come take my
No,
spot.
go-
Go on.
no,
Come on.
no, get in here. Get
Come
in
on,
here.
come take my spot. for a
I'd be
little bit.
happy to be rid of him and have somebody else with less brains on here.
Fist? I'm good at fisting.
Yeah, that poor cat. Welcome, David.
David.
Thank you. It's very unexpected.
Yeah. You look like a kid that just shit his pants.
You guys, for those of you that don't know, David is a hand model on the side.
For those that don't know, Yusuf actually used to be my friend at one time. That's how you guys started a podcast.
That's not true, buddy. I love you. I look at your picture every night.
Here comes that resentment thing. That resentment thing that's been going on with you. It's been brewing.
I'm going to tell you, though, you're not the only one that hasn't been seeing me lately. My girlfriend doesn't see me, and we sleep in the same bed. I feel like I'm still sneaking around, but except for I'm just busy.
You know, that's what happens when we grow up.
Yeah, half of the
Someday
sex
when
that
we
we
get
have
there.
is with her just
Start
sleeping.
my own podcast.
Kelly's super cool, by the way. I've always liked Kelly.
Bless her heart. She's an angel. She deals with me. So
For sure.
you already know that takes a lot.
For
So
sure.
what is
Yeah.
the purpose of actually having the headphones?
So that you can more
Just
easily
look cool?
No, you got to hear what you're saying.
Well, I can hear because I can normally hear people. I don't know.
Yeah, but you want to hear how you sound using the equipment.
so that if you feel
hate
you need
how
to
I
be
sound.
louder or quieter in the microphone. There it is. There it is.
Do it. It's not the tumor.
See,
in
it
the
just
pussy.
it's generally just like it makes you sound better.
Yeah. Well, also, it's a way that if I'm tired of your shit, I can just take my headphones off. No, I'd still hear him.
Pete, I do have a question for you
Go ahead.
while we're on here.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah.
I honestly
Oh yeah.
don't remember where the Jerry thing started from. I don't even remember where it came from anymore.
The Jerry thing,
How did this even start?
because there was you were doing like you normally do and pissing me off, and it was at my apartment.
Mhm.
And I went on one of my rants that I go on, and I was talking really fast, and I said Jerry instead of Jeremy. And the way that your head snapped and looked at me, I knew that you weren't too thrilled with me calling you Jerry. And I was like, ooh, button, I'm going to push. And it just has grown from there.
Jerry Tits.
I have the worst friends in the world, by the way. Absolutely terrible.
Jerry Tits.
I have the worst last name in the world, as you can tell. So, yeah.
It could be Cravescock.
First time I called him Jeremy Tits, I could see that flashback to high school. Just
High school, elementary, and then like
elementary, middle school, all the
We got
Seabrook-
you on
USA,
the couch. We've got you on the couch. Let's unpack all of this.
Unionville boys, gang.
This whole episode's gone fucking haywire. It's just gone absolutely
Dun,
haywire.
dun, dun.
We
I don't think we've
Derailed.
accomplished anything of any value whatsoever.
Oh yeah, because you have on so many of your other episodes.
Have you even watched them?
About 5 minutes.
Yeah.
that's because
You
these
are the
guys won't
most
let me do that
judgmental
one.
cocksucker I have ever met in my entire life. And I love you. That's not a critique. That's just an honest assessment. You sit in judgment of me all the time.
You deserve to be judged. So yeah,
He's honestly not that judgmental. Actually, he's really laid back.
Try
which is-
being me.
yeah, Pete.
Everybody
Why don't
judges you
just
though,
Quit being a
Why-
piece of shit.
huh? Yeah, I mean that's
I can't help it. I am as God made me.
wow.
Okay. So I think we ought to wrap things up. David, fuck off.
No, this
You
is my
like it, right?
podcast
It
now.
feels
It's
good.
the David Horner podcast.
Part of
This
the
is like
show.
Wayne Brady show now. He's just going to be in here.
Yeah.
My show now.
God damn, bitch.
God damn.
So, all right. Well, David, when I cue you, you're going to have to hit that. You're going to have to hit that red button right there. When I cue you.
When he tells you
What
to.
does REC stand for?
Huh? What'd you say, Chris?
Don't touch it yet.
Hey, real quick, guys, for anybody out there on YouTube World watching a podcast, these guys have a legit, real deal setup going on over here. I wish you could see what I'm seeing right now. We got lights and mics and soundboards, and Yusuf's over there doing his thing. You can tell Yusuf's the brains behind this, by the way.
Yusuf hasn't
Absolutely.
done anything
He's a genius,
since
dude.
I've been here.
When it comes to stuff.
Shucks, you guys. By
See,
the way,
he
I'm
just-
offering a deal right now, 2 for $50 on anybody that wants to record porn. All right, and if you have enough money, you can even do face shots. You guys, I'm not above face shots. You guys, I just want you guys to have it in the most 3D as possible. If you got Oculus, that way you know it looks like you're getting hit in the face. Just get a hold of me.
gonna need
Hold
you.
on. Stop being a cunt for 5 fucking minutes, will you please? You fucking Cro-Magnon son of a bitch. Okay.
I support you, David.
So we're gonna.
You're gonna have to blur my face out.
Yeah, no. I hope you never sell a house again and you fall down a flight of stairs and break your dick. Okay, so you can put that part in, by the way.
Okay.
So what are your parting words for today, Yusuf? What have you got for us?
You guys, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times, all right? The amount of disrespect that I have for the Justice League is bar none, all right? You got Batman and then you got Superman, and both of them have been listening to rapings for just years on end, and not one of them has lifted a finger to go and save anybody. You guys, I just want you guys to know how much water there is in comparison to land, all right? 70% of this earth is made of water, so imagine how many dolphins we have. You guys, we don't have enough nukes to kill these cocksuckers, okay? And imagine
up.
each one of them might
Shut
as
up.
well have 15
Shut up. Okay,
dicks,
stop,
bro.
stop. Okay. So you have duly informed us of your fucking mental disability.
Stay clear of the water.
Okay, so for Chris Creatine over there in the chair, scroll.
They're in the rivers now. Fuck
He's
my life.
checking his grinder.
You guys, what's the name of that guy that used to eat people?
Jeffrey
Which one?
Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer was a good-looking guy, right?
Don't know.
I mean,
I don't remember.
He seemed like he was normal. What about the other guy that used to kill women? He was really good-looking.
Ted
Probably
Bundy.
a few of them.
Ted Bundy, bro. That's what these are. These are the fucking Ted Bundys of the ocean, bro. And they lure you in with a smile and a whatever, and then they fuck you,
Stop.
bro.
Okay. For Chris, David, Jerry.
Jeremy.
Jerry.
God bless you, Jerry.
Jerry. Yusuf.
Jerry.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you, Yusuf.
Hit
Thank
the fucking button, David.
Record? What does that mean?
Turn it off.
No, I'm busy tonight, actually.